Hello, welcome to another interesting episode. As you know that we are talking a lot of things about 2023, what are the movies that we liked, what are the performances that we liked, and this year the performances that we liked are mostly that impressed most of the audience are either newcomers or fresh talent or the people that you didn't expect. So we have our favorite choices of 2023. So we're going to talk about that. With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
You remember, right? And this is Sanjay Ponnappa. You remember, right?
They do remember. If you remember, please subscribe to the channel.
If you don't, still.
Yes.
This is our personal favorite choices of the year. So, if you don't agree with us, if you have other opinions, please do let us know in the comment section below.
Yes.
That is always welcomed. Let's have a healthy debate in the comment section.
Yes. So before we choose our top 5 and talk about that, what do you think about the performances overall this year?
See, honestly speaking, 2022 was a major box office year, and that has carried on in 2023, but
Correct.
mostly for Bollywood.
But
Performance-wise, there have been a lot of new initiatives taken,
Correct.
a lot of unique cinema, if I can say, unique as a genre,
Correct.
which isn't really your regular commercial film that differs from genre to genre. And that is something good, something to look forward to in the following
upcoming years. Yeah. So with that, tell me your fifth pick of the year.
My fifth pick
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
of the year goes to our beloved natural star Nani for Dasara.
Okay. I thought for Hi Nana. Okay.
No. Performance-wise, Hi Nana is right up Nani's alley, while Dasara is not something that I've seen him do a lot.
Fair enough.
Most of the films that that has crossed the borders and come to me in Bangalore is the usual rom-com sweet boy,
story oriented.
boy next door kind of Nani, while Dasara's Nani was totally different.
Yeah,
It was
action
very
hero.
refreshing. It's not just the action, the whole rugged look, the rugged behavior, all of it. Tell me your first choice in the top 5.
My first choice of the year 2023 is Baby Sahasra from Chitta. Even though I really liked Siddharth's performance, I feel I was a little more moved with Sahasra's performance because there's happiness, there's emotional sadness, there's a little bit maturity with which she played in some scenes. Oh my god, she was really, really good.
A little bit off the topic, I feel like we should do a video on all the, babies that in the cinema industry. All these child actors, babies usually associated with girls most of the time.
Where are you going?
No, dude. Get your head out of the gutter. These little child artists who are very talented. I'm talking about
child artists. Okay, what is your fourth pick of the year?
My fourth pick of the year is none other than S.J. Surya. What?
Palmless ho gaya.
See, I chose S.J. Surya because more often than not, when we talk about best performances, we tend to go for all these intense roles, these intense actors, and we don't give due credit to the comedians, the comic actors. That takes a lot. Any actor you go to, they'd say that they find it hardest to make people laugh.
From which movie? Is it Jigar Tanda XX or Mark Antony?
I chose performance-wise, again, both, because in Jigar Tanda, there was a mix of both. There was enough comedy, eccentric comedy, over-the-top comedy. There's different types of comedy in S.J. Surya in one film itself. So that, at the same time, there was intensity, there was seriousness, there was emotions. So he pulled off both ends. But when you go to Mark Antony, feel like he was the only saving grace of the film.
I disagree. I really like Mark Antony.
Which is your number 4?
My number 4 is Rukmini Vasant from Saptasagar Dachelo, both side A and side B. So she has done a brilliant performance, both the love scenes, there's a lot technically backing up her performance and also the writing. But still, Priya really shined in that movie. The fact that Priya, what the connect that you have with Priya, Putti, is why you have that pain. You can feel what Manu is feeling in the movie. So I feel Rukmini Vasant has did a phenomenal job with the movie. So that's why she's my...
Fine. Also her, Dimple. Very cute.
Just like Naveen Polishetty. Are they siblings?
You had to spoil that image. Okay, fine. Moving on. Let's get to my third best
Yes.
performance.
What is your
of
third
the
best
year.
performance?
My third favorite performance of the year is the Chicha from Chitta.
Chicha.
Siddharth. So
Yeah.
you mentioned the beautiful performance of
Sahas.
Denise. So the uncle too was just as brilliant. The way he carried the film, the way he conveyed what the emotion that the rest of us are supposed to feel as adults when something like that happens with a minor. He was the one who's supposed to. He's the mirror.
Correct.
And that mirror was bloody clean and reflecting the society beautifully.
Correct.
So that is why for me Siddharth's performance is a standout.
My number 3 is Raghava Lawrence from Jigar Tanda XX. I know S.J. Surya is a really good performer, and there are so many performances which actually moved me this year. But the reason why Raghava Lawrence is in third position is because he is not that conventional actor image kind of an actor that we have. We know Raghava Lawrence is Master Raghava Lawrence or the horror comedies that he do in general, but in this movie, his acting range, he really explored his acting range, and you start hating him initially and then you cry for him in the end, and it takes a lot to communicate that in a movie like that where S.J. Surya is beside you. He's killing the screen presence, and still Raghava Lawrence kind of made his mark and shined. So that's why I feel Raghava Lawrence deserves that.
You know, you see an actor for such a long time.
Exactly.
We've been seeing Raghav Lawrence with his performances. His comedy and all is always good.
Yeah.
But you know, it's sort of gratifying, which is why it feels like he's directly landed in the third spot when you suddenly see such a solid performance.
Exactly. What is your second? Now we are in top 2.
My second best performance this year is Chaitra Achar from Toby. Toby specifically.
Toby.
So for those of you who haven't seen Toby, it's a film written by Rajbi Shetty. Rajbi Shetty is an excellent performer. If he should have been mentioned in this list, but he's such a consistently excellent performer that it's just it's Rajbi Shetty. He performs wonderfully, just like in the Bollywood circuits, the Nawazes, the Manoj Bajpayee and all that. So,
but this time the new people shine more, new faces.
So that is the reason. And Chaitra Achar opposite to Rajbi Shetty, because he just didn't write, he played the titular character as well. So I felt like while Rajbi had his performance, Chaitra had to base her whole performance based on Rajbi's performance and still come out with something new, something different. And I felt like she did that beautifully. Throughout the film, as soon as she enters it, after almost the midway point, from there it has always been about her struggle. She was the central character, although there's a titular character. And she held that spot really nicely, which is what I felt. And also a performance in Side B might have added,
was
because
really good.
You know, consistently she's shown
she's
her
also proving her worth.
Acting prowess. So
for me, at number 2 is Dr. Brahmanandam from Rangamartanda. Because second position, I really feel he deserves first position, but I've given it a lot of thought. But still, this role, in general, comedians usually they fit into this template in our imagination, but they are really
especially Brahmanandam.
Exactly, they are really great performers, and it takes a lot to create humor on screen. And we have this image that they can't actually excel in emotional scenes, so he got a role like that in Rangamartanda, and oh my god, there's this one scene between Prakash Raj and Brahmanandam where I was teared up while watching that scene. His performance was so good. So that's why
it's very, very fresh to see. You know, you wouldn't imagine Chulbul Pandey in that role. So
correct.
When they do something like that, it's really refreshing.
It's really refreshing. It was really nice to see him playing those roles.
Yes.
And I really want all the OG comedians from all the languages to pick up roles like this. We love to see them.
We see Sunil already doing
it. Exactly.
He's excelling in character roles as well. Exactly.
And now he is the new Tamil, villain, and he's killing it.
He's doing great.
He's doing great. So
That was just an honorable mention.
Mentions, yeah. So
Any
if we
other-
break that wall is when we'll get more such movies. So that's why Brahmanandam sir
Before-
and number 2.
Yeah, before we get to number 1, any honorable mentions?
So I have 2 honorable mentions this year. So one is Jojo George from movie Iratta. Oh my god, it's a beautiful thriller. It will stay with you. You should watch it. And the second performance is Rakshit Shetty from Saptasagar Dache Yellow. A very commendable performance.
The memorable mentions. While Rukmini and Chaitra made it to the list.
Yes.
Okay, for me, honorable mentions is Rajbi Shetty. As I mentioned, he's a great actor. To judge the top 5, he was basically the yardstick here for me because of the performances. Consistent. Two contrasting performances he gave, and Toby and Swati Muttinamade Haniye. So, Rajbi Shetty. The second name I would like to take, although I haven't watched any of his other films this year, but Prithviraj Sukumaran for Salar. It's fresh. It is highly unlikely that anyone else would mention, but in Salar, his character of Varadaraj Mannar, that actually had a lot of things he could reflect on. It was not just, Salar, the titular character who will go around bashing everybody's skulls in and out, take a bloodbath, but Prithviraj's character did that at the climax.
Yeah.
Did the bloodbath, was kick-ass in action. At the same time, he had to be vulnerable, he had to be confident, he had to be pompous, he had to carry this aura of being a prince of this gangster world.
So basically, Prabhas is the sandwich and the filling is Varadaraj Mannar, Prithviraj. So that's why the sandwich looks tasty.
Number 1 goes to Rakshit Shetty. Okay? He deserves to be there.
Okay.
There were, the director played a huge role in making the film good. The actors, Rukmini and Chaitra, played a huge role. The villain played a huge role in it.
Correct.
But I don't think I'd have, the film would have the effect it has in me because, again, plug in time. There is another video which talks about our favorite films in the year. It will be somewhere here. Check that out too. I don't think Sapta would have been my favorite if not for Rakshit Shetty. The conviction, the transformations, the emotions that he displayed, everything you go through during a breakup, all the 5 emotions, he showed it there. And he showed it beautifully. The shades he showed of being a monster in the second one.
Correct.
And the body that went with it.
Oh my god, the physical transformation is really commendable.
And the physical transformation was not just for the sake of it.
Exactly.
And that was the beautiful part. That is where you connected. There was a reason why he could do, why he was doing all of that.
All of that. Yeah.
So for me, Rakshit was the standout performer this year. And I'm very excited for the upcoming lineup he has.
All movies from Paramva Studios are worth checking out.
Yes. Yeah. What is your number 1?
Yes. So my number 1 is undoubtedly Mamuka, that is Mammootty, from both Kadal and Kaur and the Slijojo Pelishri movie. I don't want to mess up the name, so I will read it out. Nanpagal Neratta Mayakkam. Yes, that's the movie. It's a brilliant movie, and also the performance. I would like to say that this year is year of Mammootty because the kind of collaborations, the kind of scripts that he's choosing. And guys, spoiler alert, just once I do this, you can come back, until then mute. Playing a gay role at this age and a very depth. The story has a lot of depth, and the way it was communicated and taking it on this big screen is a monumental task, and Mammootty did that with flying colors. I can't appreciate this man. So Mammootty is definitely the standout number 1 performer for me. Okay, so that was our list of top 5 favorite performances of the year 2023 of each of us. I hope you agree with some of our picks, and you don't agree with some of it, and especially you might have a different list of yours. We would like to know all of that in the comments below. So whatever do you think about the video or the
Yes.
topic or your picks, please put all of that in the comment section below. There are more videos about the movies that we liked and the performances of 2023 that are coming up. We'll put that in the description. Please check that out also. With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
You know, right?
You know, right?
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
You know, right? And
What? Wait, what? Say it with conviction.
okay. You know, right? This is Maruti Acharya.
I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And you're watching India Today SoSouth.